Factor analysis is a technique that is used to reduce large number of variables into a fewer number of variables or factors, right? What is the meaning? If you look at some data, then I think you would be able to understand it better. Okay, now we will take a practical case, and simultaneously I would be explaining you the theory also, and then we would be doing it practically as well. Okay, guys, are you getting this point?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is this case? What we have done, we have taken 20 people. Can you see this column A, respondent number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so they have used Jet Airways flight, and we have taken their feedback on these parameters. How many parameters? 10 parameters, right? So 20 respondents have filled this survey, which is on 10 parameters. And what is the scale? Scale is 1 to 7. What is the scale? Let's look at the scale once. So this is the scale. 10 parameters, 20 people have filled in, and this is the scale. So if you strongly disagree, you have to fill 1. If you strongly agree, 7. And then we have in between numbers also. So what is the scale? 1 to 7?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you understanding these terms? This is a pretty simple survey data we have, right? Okay. And they have filled in their responses. Are you clear about data, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Harshil, can you tell me what this data is all about? Quickly.
Ma'am, we have done survey on flight passengers, and ma'am, there are 10 variables on the service provided by the airlines.
Right. And how many people filled in up?
20 respondent on a scale of 1 to 7.
1 to 7.
Rating is given.
Where 1 means strongly disagree and 7 means strongly agree. And then we have in between values as well. Right? Everyone clear about the data?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now manually, if I ask you that we have 10 variables, right? 10 factors or 10 variables, and we need to reduce them. So can you suggest to me, like, ma'am, we can club this and this, ma'am, we can club this and this. Manually, can you suggest it to me?
No, ma'am, we can't.
Try something manually. Do some sort of activity for 5 minutes and tell me, okay, ma'am, we can, I think, club this and this factor. They are looking same, or they are probably
on time and schedule.
same category. Yes,
Ma'am,
yes.
on time, flyer,
On time,
frequency, and schedule.
Okay, on time. So I'm changing the color of similar variables as per you. Okay, so on time,
Schedule.
Flyer frequency.
flyer frequency, and schedule. So you are saying they belong to the same category, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
younger aircraft and safety can also be in one.
Okay, so younger aircraft and safety can also be one. So green.
Ma'am, food, lifestyle.
Food and lifestyle, you are saying we can change to one.
Ma'am, disconnect हो गए थे, but दोबारा बताना why we are highlighting this.
Okay, so what we are doing is we have 10 variables or 10
Yes.
factors, right?
Yes.
So
Right.
I'm asking all of you, just a second, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'm asking all of you, can we club some of the factors under one category and reduce the number of variables? Understood what I'm saying? Like, for example, somebody said on time, flyer frequency, and schedule are looking like from the same category, right? Now, did you understand who got disconnected?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So one person said food and lifestyle looking, it looks like they belong to the same category. Someone said, so I have changed the color. So now what about these three yellow? Boss, air hostess, comfort, are from the same category?
Ma'am, comfort and lifestyle and food could be same.
So, okay, so let's change comfort also. So you are saying that green, blue, orange, yellow. So you are saying we can reduce these 10 factors into 4. This is what you are saying?
Ma'am, can you explain what this variable boss means?
Yes. Now, can you read these questions? So Jet Airways is always on time. So on time means this. Okay. Like this is the question and respondent has to give the answer. Like they strongly believe or disagree or neutral or what. Understood this? Let's understand the parameters. Jet Airways is always on time. Seats are comfortable. Love the food they provide. Air hostesses are beautiful. My boss and friends also use the same. Jet Airways has younger aircrafts. I get the advantage of frequent flyer program. Flight timings suit my schedule. I feel safe. Jet Airways matches my lifestyle and standard. These are the parameters. Any questions on the parameters, people?
Ma'am, why my boss was in the like parameter but not friends?
I have written it in short, but you have to consider both here. Like you can make like this. Fine? Fine? Are you clear with the parameters, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone?
Yes.
Not clear? Ask me to explain. So these are the questions which were given to the people to fill in the survey, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Now, are you clear with the categories? You want to change anything? You want to change anything or still fine with the categories?
Ma'am, there are my boss and friends uses the same, that is for the Jet Airways, means they are using the same flight like that kind
Yes.
of like what?
Jet Airways. That is for the Jet Airways. कि मेरे फ्रेंड्स एंड बॉस भी यही यूज करते हैं, उसके हिसाब से उन्होंने फिल किया है.
Ma'am, air hostess and boss, this both should be different categories, I believe.
Okay, so tell me, I'm open to suggestions. This is for all of you. This activity is for all of you. Tell me the categories. If you want to change, I can change the categories also. Still waiting for the responses. Everyone, please participate. Everyone, please participate. This is an activity and learning session for you, right? Chetan, anything? Any change you want? So whoever has said that air hostess and boss friends will go to different categories, tell me.
I think, Tushar, you were saying that boss and friends should be two separate categories. That's
No,
what
ma'am. I was saying air hostess should be different and boss and friends should be different. Like they're both highlighted in yellow.
So
They should
if
be
that in that category you want something else as well, or I need to assume that in this category we have only one factor. So I'm changing the sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Only one factor in this category.
Only one factor, right? This is what you want.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can
Okay.
the air hostess come under younger aircraft and safety because it is related to airplane only?
Okay, so I can change it to green. Everyone, please participate. I'm looking for your inputs. So how many categories so far? Blue, orange, green, purple. 4, right?
Right, ma'am.
Anything else? Anyone else wants any changes or anything? Tell me, guys. Yes.
Ma'am, we put the customer happy from the Jet Airways services.
Which one?
Ma'am, air hostess, ma'am.
Where to put this?
Ma'am, customer service.
But we do not have any customer service as a factor, no?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. See, what you need to do means you have not understood the data. We have these 10 factors, right? On which we have taken the feedback from the respondents. Now I'm asking all of you, do we have any factors or variables which we can club into a single category or not? This is my question, right? What we are doing factor analysis. यही कर रहे हैं ना हम?
Yes, ma'am.
Factors को analysis कर रहे हैं. Okay. What factor analysis does? So factor analysis is a data reduction technique. हम data को कम करते हैं. Correct? Understood? How it is reducting the data basically? So we are clubbing the factors into categories. तो क्या होगा, जो भी 10 वेरिएबल है वो 4 पे आ गए हैं. As per you guys, 4 पे आ गए हैं. हमने उनको 4 कैटेगरीज में मूव कर दिया. करेक्ट? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? What we did? We have reduced the data. We have reduced the number of variables or factors. Correct? But manually, not through any technique. Now we have done it manually. So let's save this. and we will compare the results in the last, and we will do it practically also using the SPSS. Using the stats, we are going to analyze if we have created the correct categories or not. Got the point, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is factor analysis? Now read the definition once again. Factor analysis is a technique that is used to reduce large number of variables into fewer number of factors. Now clear with this definition?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Factor analysis groups variables with similar characteristics together. यही तो किया आपने?
Right, right.
Right? Therefore, with the factor analysis, you can produce a small number of factors from a large number of variables, right? Okay. One can use the reduced factors for further analysis. क्यों हम डेटा को कम कर रहे हैं? ताकि आगे अच्छा एक एनालिसिस हम कर पाए, right? Got it? Why we use factor analysis? So basically in one line, if somebody is asking you what is factor analysis, just tell this is a data reduction technique. Got it? Got it,
Yes,
guys?
ma'am.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
how it works? How it works? When factor analysis is applied, variables with the high correlation are grouped together. High correlation means anyone? जो एक
That
जैसे हैं,
increase together.
ज्यादा इनमें ज्यादा रिलेशन है, जो एक जैसे हैं. High correlation. What is the meaning of high correlation? Which are like similar. Yes, we have
Yes,
high,
ma'am.
have high relation. So this is the idea behind this technique. How it works? So factors with high correlation are grouped together. Simple,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Single line definition, which you can use in your interviews as well. Important terms in factor analysis. So when we are going to run this in SPSS modeler, obviously it is going to give us a big analysis and we have to understood. So these are the parameters, okay, which I will tell you later. So you remember we had the similar slides in regression also, where we have talked about important terms, and then we run the analysis. We understand those terms simultaneously with the result or the outcome, right? Yes or no? So this is a very small analysis. We do not have a lot of factors to be taken into the consideration, and it includes a lot of objectivity
Ma'am.
also.
Can you explain it again? I lost the connection.
Yes, I'm saying that these are the two important terms in factor analysis which you have to understand and remember. Okay, communality and eigenvalue. So when we are going to run this in SPSS, I will explain both of them together at that time along with the output. Got it now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You remember we had the similar slides in regression also, where we were talking about a lot of things like probability value, F, t-test and all that. So there we had a lot of terms, lot of concepts, but here we have lesser terms. And I would say factor analysis is a bit of subjective also. You know why it is subjective? Tell me how to decide how many categories to create. How to decide? Like there are 10 factors and I'm asking you, okay, reduce the data and club them into categories. How to decide how many categories to create? Probably Yashika will say 3, I will say 4, and Harshil will say 2. But who is right? How to decide who is right? Tell me. So this is a bit subjective parameter to decide the number of categories. And I will tell you how to decide it.
Ma'am, it should depend upon the number of factors, no? How much factors will be there accordingly?
That is fine. But sometimes
But
what
it
happens? Yeah, go ahead.
It depends on the understanding of every individual. Like if I am looking at the data and the variables, then
This is what, Yashika. This is what I'm saying. This is a bit subjective parameter, right? Yashika might feel 4 is fine. I might feel 3 is fine. So it can vary a bit. Got my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Like there is nothing wrong about that variance in the number of categories. If Yashika is taking 3, I'm taking 4, that is fine. If we both are able to justify our point. Got the point, everyone? Okay. So that subjectiveness can come in factor analysis. Understood? Understood? Okay. Now, this is a case we are going to take. I have shown you the data. Everyone clear about the data, first of all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
Any doubts? Anyone? Please tell me right away. Please do not carry your doubts.
Ma'am, Ma'am, please tell me relatively agree.
Please help me.
Relatively agree. What is the meaning of relatively agree?
Okay. So anyone else who understands what is relatively agree?
Ma'am, partially.
Somewhat
Partially.
partially agreed.
Yes. Which is lesser than strongly. Piyush?
Okay, ma'am.
If you are saying relatively disagree, so you are not agreeing, you are not disagreeing strongly. You have that partial feeling. Got it?
Um,
Understood or not? Tell me honestly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, got it. Anyone else with any other doubt? अच्छा एक बात बताओ, रिग्रेशन एनालिसिस और फैक्टर एनालिसिस में कोई सिमिलैरिटी नजर आ रही है? अभी आपको दोनों की डेफिनेशन पता है, राइट?
Yes, ma'am.
Any similarity between these two techniques or concepts? Anything common or anything different?
Ma'am, in the regression also we find the relationship between the dependent and the independent variable, like how they are correlated.
Here we do not have any independent or dependent variable concept.
Yeah, but ma'am, in the factors, whatever factors we will club into the one category, we will be finding the relation only. We will be finding the correlation. That how
clarity you are talking about, right?
Yeah.
And
similarity,
what is the
kind of.
difference? What is the difference? Difference is that there we are looking at the difference between the correlation or relation between dependent and independent variable, right? But in factor analysis, there is no concept of dependent and independent variable, correct? And regression analysis is not a data reduction technique, but factor analysis is a data reduction technique. So you should know at least two similarities and two differences as well. That should be very, very handy in your mind, right? Understood?
Ma'am, can you repeat that again? We would be able to, we can write little bit.
I'm saying, okay, you guys tell me. Everyone please participate and tell me two differences between factor and regression analysis. I will ask Anant.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me any similarity or difference between these two techniques.
Ma'am, in regression we use regression is used for measuring the variance between the variation between the dependent and independent variables. And factor analysis is used for reduction of the variables into a single category.
Okay, data reduction technique basically, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ayushi. Ayushi, yes, tell me, your turn.
Ma'am, regression is regression tell about the relationship between dependent and independent variable. On the other hand,
that is what he has covered. Anything else?
ma'am, in regression we reduce the number of data.
In regression, we do not reduce the number of data. Megha?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, similarity.
Ma'am, both of them work on factors and the relationship.
Not right. Diksha? Guys, please note it down as task 1 for today's session. Two similarities and two differences between regression and factor analysis. Please note it down. And Tanvi, please post it on group as well. Yeah?
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Everyone, please do it positively. Okay? Good to go? Yeah? Advantages and disadvantages, we will talk later on after doing it practically. Okay? So now how to do it practically? If you go to that drive link, which I shared in the last session, this one, I'm sharing the same again in chat, guys. Open this link and you need to download this survey factor analysis sheet. Everyone download this. Let me know once done.
Done, ma'am.
Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone and needs time, tell me. Everyone done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now see. So this is the data, right? I'm saving this and closing the sheet. Open this SPSS modeler. Open this, guys. Everyone do log in. Everyone, please log into the tool.
Yes, ma'am, it's loading. Done, ma'am.
Everyone?
No, ma'am. Just wait for 2 minutes.
Yeah, waiting for all of you. Don't worry. I'm not going to proceed on 2 to 3 responses.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, is there a difference between SPSS modeler and SPSS statistics data editor?
See, the difference is all only in the look. Like it gives you, if you have seen that, do you have that software?
Yes, ma'am, I have that one. Statistics data editor.
Yes, it must be having two sheets. One is your variables and one is output, right?
Let me just. Yes, ma'am.
It would be looking like Excel, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is a smaller version. Like I can say that another one which you have is a subset of SPSS modeler, because modeler is giving you the options to plot graphs as well. Like this is giving you visuals options as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is the difference. So that is a smaller version of this software.
Okay, but I can work on that.
You can work on
which we'll do right now. Okay.
You can work on that. The things would be a bit different because I would be explaining it here, but simultaneously, if you're comfortable, you can try on that. Like the analysis, the output would be same.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
No problem.
Ma'am, if someone asks us that what is SPSS, then what would be the answer?
We have covered this in the last session. Were you there?
Yes, ma'am, but I'm just like revising it. I want to.
You have to say this is a statistical analysis tool. Simple, one line. See, interviews में क्या होता है? You need to answer the way कि जो आपका आंसर होगा ना वो इंटरव्यूअर का नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्रिएट करेगा. Got it? Are you getting my point? आपका फर्स्ट आंसर इंटरव्यूअर के नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को लीड देता है, करेक्ट?
Yes, ma'am.
राइट, तो उतना बोलो जितना आता है. कोई भी ऐसी टर्म मुंह से मत निकालो कि वो उसको पूछने लगे तो आपको आता नहीं है. Are you getting my point? So answer to the point always. Reason being, for example, I am an interviewer and I have like 5 to 6 minutes per candidate, for example. So I will try, I can ask you a number of questions so that I can judge you on multiple factors. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
अगर आप एक ही आंसर में 5 मिनट ले जाओगे तो मैं आपसे एक या दो ही क्वेश्चंस पूछ पाऊंगी और मैं आपको जज नहीं कर पाऊंगी. करेक्ट?
Yes, ma'am.
Then I would be dicey about you and I will reject you. So answer shortly so that he can ask, or he or she can ask multiple questions and number of questions, and he can judge you better way. So I'm telling you short answers. This is the reason. Okay. So you have to say SPSS is a statistical analysis tool by IBM. One line. If he wants to ask something else also, he will put another question. But you be to the point and clear. Okay. Got it?
Ma'am,
Yes,
if he asks what kind of statistic analysis, can you explain me? Can you give me an example or what sort of it?
So you have to talk about it. You can talk about few statistical techniques which I'm teaching you, that this kind of analysis, and you can talk about applications also कि हम क्यों use कर रहे हैं, factor analysis क्यों करते हैं, regression क्यों करते हैं. अभी हम और भी पढ़ने वाले हैं, cluster है, discriminant analysis है, वो क्यों करते हैं. तो जब आप ये पूरा कर लोगे तो probably you would be able to answer that also.
Okay.
Yeah. So everyone downloaded the data, guys? Yeah. Everyone, tell me, downloaded the data, guys?
Done, ma'am.
Done. So what you have to do, first of all, you have import the data here. How to import the data? We have done it last time also. So you have to go to sources and Excel. Double click on Excel and this node will be added here. Everyone do this? Everyone do this, guys. Then double click and import the data. Same way, like we did last time. Apply and okay.
Done.
Everyone do it with me. Everyone here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, everyone. Everyone means everyone. Are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now right click, view data and see your data once. This is the data I have. Cannot be displayed. Let me see what happened. Sorry. Can anyone see the data?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Everyone just fix this. If you are, it is not working for you. Open. This is the data, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Everyone can see this. Everyone can see this. Guys?
No, ma'am. Wait for 1 minute, please.
Sure. Let me know once done, guys.
हम ये मैक में राइट क्लिक नहीं होता क्या इसमें एसपीएसएस में?
क्या नहीं होता?
राइट क्लिक
होता है. राइट क्लिक किया ना मैंने, देखो राइट क्लिक.
मैक में नहीं हो रहा, कुछ शायद दूसरी टेक्निक होगी इसमें.
Yashika, done?
Ma'am.
Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now everyone pay attention here. Is this the factor which we need to club anywhere? Respondent number? No. These are the factors, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This is not a factor. So how to remove this from here? We do not want this to be considered. This is respondent number. This is not the feedback on the scale of 1 to 7, right? Right, everyone? Understood? What is my concern here? Everyone understood or not?
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Got it? Now what will we do? We will go to field operations. Can you come to this palette? This one, field operations. Everyone click on this. Everyone here?
Yes, ma'am.
And add the filter node. Filter. Add the filter. Everyone do this. Add the node filter. What is filter node? If you need to filter some data, you can use this node. What will we do? We will double click on this and we will cross this. Now this data will not be considered for the analysis. Got it? It means this respondent number field has been filtered. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. Say apply and okay. Everyone do this and let me know once done.
Done, ma'am.
Done?
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Ma'am, since I have a different software, can you guide me where to find this option?
Okay. You are not, I do not know that software. Actually, I have
Okay.
used this always.
Okay, ma'am. I'll
Yeah.
try and see it.
Yeah, just try.
Under analyze, you would have data reduction technique.
Yes, ma'am.
I was just telling Tushar and people who are in the other one. So under analyze, you have a data reduction technique for factor analysis there. In the top, you have analyze, and within that, you have data reduction.
Let me know, guys, once everyone is done. Harshil, are you understanding what we are doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Vishal? Yes, Vishal.
Yes, ma'am.
I can ask any question anytime, guys. Neeti, any questions? Neeti Kumar?
No, ma'am.
All good?
Yes.
So everyone done with this filter?
Ma'am.
Everyone. Anyone is still doing this and needs time? Anyone who is still doing this, guys? Okay. Now we have to take type note to define the variables. You remember we used this note in regression also,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So what will we do? What do you think? What would be the measurement? It would be ordinal. What is ordinal? What are ordinal numbers? Tell me. Can you Google and tell me what is ordinal? What is the meaning of, literal meaning of the word ordinal?
Which appear in order?
Yes. So this is ordinal. Why? Because there is a scale 1 to 7, right? So for all, we are going to select ordinal, all the variables. Right? And what would be the values? So what we have to do, I will go here and I will say specify, and we have to define the values here. How to define? Like 1 means strongly disagree, right? 2 means, so everyone has to fill this. Can you please fill this? Everyone. Relatively disagree. 3 means disagree. 4 means neutral. Let me see the slide. I can show you the slides. See. So you have to fill this scale there. 5, agree. 6,
मैम
relatively agree.
मैम
Yes.
मैम टाइप के बाद कहाँ पे फिल करना है?
See, let me just save this. Do you have this values? Can you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, click on this and click on specify, and then select this. Specify values and labels, and then fill this up table. Okay.
Okay.
Now understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Please do this. So this is the scale I have filled up.
Since you have the other version, the same thing could be done under variable view. You have 2 sheets there, one is data, the other one is variable. When you go to the sheet of variable view, within that you would have this one of the column as value and one of the column as.
And guys, you can click on read values as well. What it does, it will read the values from the data from these fields and show the values here. So you won't have to type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ma'am, how did you copy the same labels for other?
I have not copied.
fields?
I have typed. No, you have to type it. I have not done it yet. I will do it. So understood. This is how you are supposed to fill. Got it?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, why you take in measurement ordinal?
Okay. What is ordinal?
Ma'am, rank the sum. Ma'am, rank the.
Yes. So how we have the data? We have a scale 1 to 7.
Yes, ma'am.
And उसी scale से respondent को अपना input fill करना है.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have a scale. तो जब भी scale जैसी values होती हैं, we take ordinal.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Everyone just create this.
Bharti ma'am, do we have to follow this step for each and every category?
Yes. See, if you click on read values, it is going to add the values for you by reading the values from the data, but labels you have to fill in.
Okay.
You can copy the value also. Like for example, I'm going here, picking up relatively disagree, going to this tool, double click and paste. This will work, right? If you do not want to type. Understood the point?
मैम ये values कैसे read करी इसने?
Click on read values. Let me show it to you. Just a second. Can you see the button read values?
Where it is?
Let me show it to you. This one.
Okay, got it.
Click on this.
Yes, got it, ma'am.
Got it? Yes. Everyone just do this carefully. Everyone doing this, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, let me know once done.
Done.
Take 2 more minutes and everyone please wrap it up. Who is still doing this? Please tell me so that I can wait for them.
Doing, wait.
Okay. Let me know once done. Take your time. Done now, guys? Everyone? Anyone who is still doing this? Yes, guys. What is the status, students? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone who is still doing this? So we have filled the measurement values. Role will remain input for all the variables. We are not going to change it and nothing else, right? Apply and okay. Anyone who is not done till here? Anyone?
Just one left, ma'am. Just a second.
Yeah, Archit. Please take your time. Just keep me posted once done. Okay.
Sure, ma'am. Done, ma'am. Thank you for the waiting.
No problem. So everyone, now what you will do, you have to go to modeling. And here, can you see this? PCA/factor analysis, this one. Everyone, can you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, double click on this, add this node, everyone. This is factor analysis node, right? Everyone added this. Once you add this node, simply run the analysis and it is going to generate the output or model for you, right? Everyone? So this is here. It has generated a model. Everyone tell me, has it generated a model?
Yes, ma'am.
Double click on this and it will show you the output. This is the output I'm talking about. Everyone just be here, then we will talk about it.
Ma'am, what is definition of model?
This is a model, predictive model we are doing.
Ma'am, if someone asks us that what is model, define any model like.
You tell me, like I'm teaching you since 2 sessions and we talked about it a lot, like we talk about predictive models in SPSS. What would be the definition? How are you going to frame it?
Ma'am, maybe analyzing the data and then making decisions out of it.
Okay. Anyone else? What is a model, guys? Predictive model?
Or making prediction.
Anyone else? Anyone else? What is a model?
I think a model which comes after the analysis, the advance, just like
So
we did.
what is the basics of this training? First of all, like what this market research concepts which we are studying, what they do? We are you remember we talked about data mining?
Yes, ma'am.
We are analyzing the data, understanding the patterns, and on the basis of the patterns, we are predicting the future, right?
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
And this whole thing is called a model, right?
Yes.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So everyone, are you able to do this? Did you get this output, guys, after running it? Yes or no? You are simply supposed to add factor node, run this, you will get the output, right? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Done? Everyone getting this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Should we start with this, understanding this small analysis, and it would be a quick one. It is not going to take much time. Yeah. Should we start with this? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
So first table is communalities. What is communalities? I will talk about this method and some other things, but just understand a bit basic first. Communality is the amount of variance a variable shares with all the other variables being considered. मतलब इस variable का other variables के साथ में variance क्या है, right? Now can you read this? Commonality is the amount of variance of variable shares with all the other variables being considered. Small values indicate variables that do not fit well with the factor solution and should possibly be dropped from the analysis. Normally, values less than 0.5 are removed. Do we have any? No, all are having a strong variance. Yes or no? Can you see the values?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? And which is the method which has been used by default? Principal component analysis. Do we have other methods for factor analysis? So if you click on this factor analysis node, it is telling you the methods, the list of methods. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? But in industry, PCA is used, principal components analysis. This is called PCA in short. Did you notice when we were adding it, it was giving us here PCA/factor?
Right, ma'am.
Right? So what is PCA? Principal component analysis. This is the method which has been used by default. Right?
होता क्या है ये principal component?
हाँ?
Principal component का मतलब exact model का मतलब हुआ क्या मतलब?
यार ऐसे 7 methods हैं, right? तो ये एक method का name है जो इसमें use हुआ है.
और ऐसा क्योंकि सिर्फ यही कॉमन मेथड यूज हो रहा है मतलब लाइक
बाय डिफॉल्ट है, ये मैक्सिमम यूज होता है इंडस्ट्री में. सी होता क्या है, इंडस्ट्री बहुत टाइम से चल रही है, राइट? तो बहुत टाइम से कभी किसी ने कोई यूज किया, कभी किसी ने कोई यूज किया, बट एक ऐसा टाइम आता है जब वो डिसाइड करते हैं कि यही बेस्ट सूट होता है हर जगह पे.
राइट
तो बाकी सब हट जाते हैं और वो ही फॉलो होने लगता है. ये एक प्रैक्टिस है. गॉट इट?
ठीक है मैम.
ये है ठीक, राइट? So this is the method. So at least if somebody is asking you, like for example, you are doing factor analysis and somebody is asking you, okay, which is the method you have used? So at least you are aware of the name. This is the method I have used.
Right.
And how many methods we have in the market? Probably you can note this list also. Right? Everyone? So if you go to expert, like I will talk about this. Okay. Now you will see when I click on expert, these options were earlier coming grayed out, but when I click on expert, they became available to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? It says extract factors where the IGN values are over 1. Correct? So for example, I am not going for expert and I'm going for simple. For example, I will go to this also. And I said apply and okay. What it has done in the analysis, this analysis, it is giving me these values. Where is the eigen values? These are my eigen values. Initial eigen values. Can you see this table?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is an eigen value? The eigen values represents the total variance explained by the each factor. And factors having eigen values more than 1 are selected for further study. So wherever the eigen values is less than 1, those factors are ignored. They are not taken ahead for the studies. This is the meaning of this. So what happens wherever the values are less than 1? It means it is talking about component 4 and onwards. बाकी 4 के बाद सारी ही less than 1 है.
Ma'am, here component 4 is like disagree or agree वाला चीज या क्या?
नहीं, वो component नहीं है. अभी मैं आ रही हूँ उस पे. वो तो 7 थे ना हमारे 1 to 7. तो हो ही नहीं सकते. पहली बात तो यही, इसी से बाहर हो गया वो, राइट? अभी आ रही हूँ. अभी ये जो आइजन वैल्यूज हैं कंपोनेंट 4 और उसके बाद ये सब एक से नीचे हैं, तो आइडियली ये तो रिमूव हो जाएंगे. इनको हम स्टडी नहीं करेंगे.
राइट.
तो क्या स्टडी करेंगे? वी विल स्टडी ओनली कंपोनेंट 1, 2 and 3. करेक्ट? क्योंकि वो एक से ऊपर है. देखो है एक से ऊपर.
Right.
So what will I do? I'm closing this and I'm going to only talk about, so I'm selecting expert and I'm saying extract factors. मतलब मुझे सिर्फ वो factors दिखाओ जहाँ पे eigen values हैं ही एक के ऊपर, क्योंकि जो एक के नीचे उनको मुझे study नहीं करना है.
Ma'am, we will be not taking the value less than 1 in case of eigen values, right?
Yes, वो बाहर निकाल दी जाती है मॉडल से, because उनकी कोई, yes, उनकी कोई relativity.
आइजन वैल्यूज एक्सप्लेन क्या करते हैं मैम, मतलब होता क्या है?
आप बताओ, आइजन वैल्यूज हमने लास्ट टाइम पढ़ा था, व्हाट इज आइजन वैल्यूज?
I don't remember that.
हाँ,
Ma'am, I'm not able to
recall.
yes, ma'am.
अच्छा, who will tell me what is eigen values? Guys,
मैम आपने बताया ना अभी कि दो फैक्टर्स के बीच में कितना वेरिएंस होता है, वो आइजन वैल्यूज होगी उसकी।
right, but
और
उसका मतलब क्या है?
मैम इसमें बताया था आपने लेस देन, जिनकी लेस देन वैल्यू 1 है उसको हम इग्नोर करेंगे, और जिनकी मोर देन वैल्यू 1 है उसे हम स्टडी करेंगे मैम।
नहीं, वैसे आइजन वैल्यू होता क्या है दीपांशु?
आइजन वैल्यूज का ये पता है, मतलब आइडिया किस फैक्टर्स की बात कर रहे हैं हम, कि फैक्टर्स को आइगन वैल्यूज बोल रहे हैं हम। उसी मतलब मेरे मेरे को जितना समझ आया कि आइगन वैल्यूज वो फैक्टर्स हो गए जिसके बेसिस पे हमारा मॉडल का हम चेक कर रहे हैं कि ये कितना सही जा रहा है, कितना रिग्रेशन की तरह हम चेक कर रहे हैं, रिलेशन कितना है।
और कुछ? एनीवन एल्स?
मैम गूगल पे तो बता रहा है रिड्यूस नॉइस डेटा, डेटा से नॉइस हटाता है वो।
Okay, so basically it is telling you the variations, right? Variance of each factor, and wherever the variance is less, of course we are going to drop those factors, and wherever it is high we are going to consider those values. So the standard eigen value which has been considered in all the models is greater than 1. Got it? What is variance? What is variance, guys?
हम कितना वेरिएट कर रहा है हमारे डेटा से, कितना दूर जा रहा है। हमने मीन फॉर
मीन
एग्जांपल मीन निकाल रखा है हमने, तो मीन वैल्यू से कितना अवे, फार अवे।
Correct. So what we will do when we are not supposed to study the factors which are less than 1, why to show them in the output? So what will we do? I will go to this, I will select export, and I'm saying only extract factors which are greater than 1. So when I apply this, what will happen in the output? See the changes here. Let it complete. It has not loaded those factors. Did you notice? They have been removed from here. Earlier we were getting 5 factors here, now we are getting only 3. Yes or no? Remove हुए? Tell me. Can you compare it with your output? Are you getting the values here also? Are you getting the values here also?
can you please repeat the step?
Yes. Just go to this, and this time I have taken export, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Right. Now I have selected extract factors where the eigen values are greater than 1.
Okay, ma'am.
If I'm not selecting this, for example, what it is showing to me, let it come. It is showing me these values till factor 5. Can you see these values?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? When I will select that export and I will say extract only the factors with eigen value greater than 1, it is not going to load them.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Understood?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
here it is showing me 5 components.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? But the moment I change it to export and I'm saying greater than 1, what it will do?
But will show only 3 components.
3 components. Three components?
Yes, ma'am.
Three components?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
It means it is saying we need to divide these factors into 3 categories. Okay? 3 categories. और उन कैटेगरी में कौन कौन से वेरिएबल्स आएंगे वो अभी हम बात करेंगे. Can you understand this first?
3 फैक्टर मैम ये हमेशा बता ही देगा कि अपने इसको 3 में डिवाइड करना है, 4 में डिवाइड करना
हाँ,
है.
क्योंकि हमने आइजन वैल्यू का फिल्टर लगा दिया ना.
Sure.
Give me a second. Did you get this, guys? Tell me. Hello? After this, Tanvi, not in between the analysis.
इस एनालिसिस में जो भी डेटा एनालाइज हुआ इसमें पहले इसमें ये देखा कि 1 से वैल्यू ज्यादा है कि इसमें वेरिएंस किसके ज्यादा है तो उसमें डिवाइड कर दिया इसको 3 में.
Yes, so we are going to study only those
मैं
components
यहाँ
where we have
कंपोनेंट्स है क्या है ये मतलब फैक्टर्स है.
ये
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
ये कैटेगरी बनाई है, फैक्टर्स हैं.
लेकिन अच्छा ठीक है. ओके.
Right? And it is saying we can divide them into 3 categories. Now, how to study this table? So in factor 1, like this is category 1, this is category 2, this is category 3. So it says in category 1, we are going to take those factors wherever the value is. Ideally, we take greater than 0.05, 0.5 or above factors. So which factors are having 0.5 and above? Comfort. Right? Comfort.
Air hostess.
Flyer
efficiency.
Schedule, lifestyle.
This is one category, right?
One category. In another one, like in category 2, we can take on time, food, boss and friends, younger aircraft, and that's it. Got it?
Can you explain again, like how you are, clubbing?
Out from this table, we need to pick up the factor which are 0.5 and above. So in category 1, we will be taking comfort, air hostess. So you need to pick up the factors which are greater than 0.5.
Okay, ma'am, we'll club those.
Yes. Can you write them down together? Open an Excel sheet and write down the factors, like write category 1, name of the factors, category 2, name of the factors, category 3, and name of the factors. Can you do like that? Everyone do that. And we can do one more thing. Instead of writing it down, can you see this? Hide values below. Tick this and mention here 0.5. Run.
दोबारा बताना मुझे स्टेप अपने कौन से
What you have to do, you have to double click on this, and can you see this hide values below?
Okay.
Mark it 0.5. right? When you run this, what will happen in that table, which is the component matrix, it is automatically going to hide the values which are below 0.5, which we were doing manually, right? Can you see? Understood? So you won't have to select the values manually.
Done, ma'am.
Have you done this, guys? Have you
Yes, ma'am, done.
performed this step? Now can you see? Do we have any variable which is falling into two categories? Schedule,
Schedule, ma'am.
right? So where to put it? In category 1 or 3? I think we can take 3 because of the higher value there, right?
Higher value means higher variance, ma'am. Is it?
This is high. Like if we talk about 0.544 and 0.808, which is higher, this one.
मैम हायर तो है बट 808 हमारे वेरिएंस हो गया ना, राइट?
वेरिएंस हो गया
मतलब ये वैल्यू क्या है, मतलब क्या डिफाइन क्या कर रही है यहाँ पे?
ये रिलेटिवली डिफाइन कर रही है इसकी
अच्छा, रिलेटिव.
importance.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so we will make this fall in category 3 instead of 1. And did you notice safety is not falling anywhere?
Yes, ma'am.
We can drop this variable. We can drop this variable. Got it? तो डेटा रिड्यूस कैसे हुआ?
लॉजिकली देखे तो सेफ्टी क्यों नहीं कंसीडर कर रहे, मतलब एज अ कंज्यूमर के लिए सेफ्टी तो मैटर करती
या
है ना?
जो उन्होंने रिजल्ट्स भरे हैं ना, जो उन्होंने आंसर किए हैं, उसके बेसिस पे ये एनालिसिस हुआ है. अंडरस्टूड?
उसके बेसिस पे, ठीक है.
तो उसके बेसिस पे एनालिसिस को ये फैक्टर इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं लगता कंसीडर करना.
ओके, वो एनालिसिस है इसका, ठीक है.
राइट. अब 3 कैटेगरी बनाई. एक में 3 वेरिएबल है, इसको हटा रही हूं मैं. दूसरे में 4 है और तीसरे में 2 है. So this is how the data has been reduced.
Now I didn't get it. आपने schedule हटाया क्यों? Reason being.
Schedule कहाँ हटाया?
ये आपने बोला ना category 1 में you will be not taking this 0.
2 कैटेगरी में फॉल कर रहा है, 1 में और 3 में.
हाँ, yes ma'am.
तो अगर एक ही जगह कंसीडर करोगे एक फैक्टर को एक कैटेगरी में,
तो जो ज्यादा वैल्यू होगी हम उसको कंसीडर
रिटेन कर लो. यस.
ओके.
Okay, so we have removed it from here. We will put it here. And safety has not been considered. It has been ignored on the basis of the responses people have given. So ideally, this data has been reduced to 3 categories. One having 3 variables, second having 4 variables, and third having 2 variables. Got the point? So comfort and schedule is coming into one category. On time, food, boss and friends also using the same airline. Younger aircraft in one category, air hostess, flyer frequency, and lifestyle is coming into one category. Now the data has been reduced.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? This is how the factor analysis is done. So you analyzed the factors, and after the analysis using PCA method, you could reduce the data. Got it? Understood how it has worked? Tell me.
यस मैम. अगर आप आगे के लिए देखा जाए कि ये जो 3 कैटेगरीज बनी है, इसको स्टडी मतलब कैसे करेंगे, चीज थोड़ा सा मैं कंफ्यूज था.
क्वेश्चन ठीक से डालो अपना, पहले क्वेश्चन ठीक से पुट करो. आगे
ये 3
थोड़ा सा
कैटेगरी बन
करके
गई.
ये क्वेश्चन क्या है?
जैसे 3 कैटेगरीज आ गई,
राइट.
आपको बताना कि SPSS आगे स्टडी करने के लिए होता है इन तीनों
So
को.
now if we talk about air hostess, flyer frequency, and lifestyle, can you give a name to this category? Like if we are talking about कि air hostess सुंदर है कि नहीं, right? What is the flyer frequency? What is the lifestyle?
Experience.
So not experience. Anything else? Any other name we can give? Can we name it lifestyle? Or Tell me, suggest me the names. You can give these 3 individual names. You are not understanding it because we have given the name like 1, 2, 3, right?
Hmm.
We have to give them proper name, like the factors have the names, right?
Right.
Can we, what name we can give it? Give
मैम
to it?
है तो ये एयर सर्विसेज, तो उसमें ये लिख भी सकते हैं ऐसे तो कि
नाम दो, अब इसको नाम दो, ऑन टाइम, फूड, boss and friends using the same younger aircraft. So basically quality, can we give it the name airline quality?
राइट क्वालिटी.
टाइम पे आ रहे हैं, अच्छा खाना दे रहे हैं आपको, आपके फ्रेंड्स लोग भी यूज कर रहे हैं, एयरक्राफ्ट्स भी पुराने नहीं है, नए हैं, तो दिस इज द क्वालिटी दे आर ऑफरिंग,
राइट राइट.
राइट? सो वी कैन गिव इट द नेम क्वालिटी. थर्ड वाले को क्या नाम दे सकते हो आप? शेड्यूल, अच्छा है उसका मतलब, और कंफर्ट है तो कन्वीनियंस नेम दे सकते हो, कन्वीनियंस.
राइट राइट.
राइट, कि आपको आराम भी है और आपके शेड्यूल के हिसाब से. कुछ लोग होते हैं ना कि सुबह से शाम को ऑफिस होता है, रात को ट्रेवल करते हैं,
राइट राइट.
और वो फ्लाइट रात को ही चलती है, तो आपको सूट करता है उसका शेड्यूल, राइट?
यस
तो
मैम.
इसको आप कन्वीनियंस दे दोगे, इसको क्वालिटी दे दोगे, इसको क्या नाम दोगे? एयर होस्टेस, फ्लायर फ्रीक्वेंसी, मतलब ज्यादा फ्लाई
लाइफ
करती
स्टेज
है.
ही हो गया मैम ये भी एक तरीके से.
नहीं, एक और नाम दे दो उसको. तो इनको जब आप नाम दोगे तो ये डेटा रिड्यूस हो गया आपका. जो पहले हम 10 फैक्टर्स पे बात कर रहे थे, हम वो 3 फैक्टर्स पे सेम डेटा की बात कर सकते हैं.
इजी टू.
Or understood how the data has been reduced?
Right, ma'am.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
how this has been reduced? What is the back technique? The data has been reduced totally on the basis of the responses of the respondents. कई बार क्या होता है, फैक्टर रिलेटेड होते हैं. कैसे रिलेटेड होते हैं? एग्जाम्पल दो मुझे. कैसे रिलेटेड होते हैं? बहुत बार लोगों को ये होता है कि मेरा दोस्त, मेरे फ्रेंड्स, मेरा बॉस इससे ट्रेवल करता है, मैं भी इसी से करूंगा, वो स्टेटस इशू आ जाता है, राइट?
राइट राइट.
और फिर जब आपका बॉस उससे ट्रेवल करता है तो क्या होता है? कंफर्टेबल हो गया, आपके शेड्यूल को मैच कर रहा है, बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स रिलेटेड होते हैं.
एग्जैक्टली.
एग्जैक्टली, तो उसी रिलेटेड फैक्टर्स को इसने फाइंड आउट करके डेटा को रिड्यूस किया है, अगर आप 2 लाइन में बात करो तो.
अच्छा.
अंडरस्टूड?
ठीक है मैम.
अच्छे से समझ आया?
यस मैम, आ गया.
अब जो हम मैनुअली कर रहे थे वो ठीक था? जो हम मैनुअली फैक्टर एनालिसिस कर रहे थे, वाज दैट फाइन? जो आपने मुझे बताया था, लेट मी ओपन दैट, सॉरी. You remember what we did? We changed the color of the category.
कलर चेंज किया था, राइट.
Randomly. Understood what is the difference when we do manually and when we do practically?
वहाँ 4 कैटेगरी में नहीं थी मैम, यहाँ 3.
When we did it manually, हमने ऐसे सोचा कि अच्छा सेफ्टी इससे रिलेटेड है, हमने रिस्पॉन्सेस पे ध्यान ही नहीं दिया, करेक्ट?
हाँ मैम, नहीं दिया.
Understood the difference?
राइट राइट.
Yeah.
ऑनलाइन चालू हुई है.
Tell me, understood or not?
हाँ मतलब वहाँ पे हमने देखा ही नहीं था कि रिस्पॉन्सेज कैसे हैं क्या नहीं.
हाँ.
यहाँ पूरा एनालिसिस हुआ उसका.
लेकिन हम खाली फैक्टर्स के बेसिस पे ऐसे क्लब नहीं कर सकते. We have to go by the responses. Right?
Got it, ma'am.
Who is not clear with this factor analysis? I think this is the simplest one out of all the techniques we are going to study.
लास्ट वन से तो मतलब बहुत सिंपल है.
Yes.
उसका एनालिसिस भी क्लियर है.
Yes. Now should we go for a break? If you do not have any doubt, if you have doubts, please go ahead. Then we will go for a break. What are the advantages, guys? It can be used to identify the hidden dimensions or constraints which may or may not be apparent for the direct analysis. Understood? Yes or no? Yes or no?
इसमें हिडन कैसे पता चल रहा है? बल्कि हम तो बहुत सारों को कंबाइन कर रहे हैं.
कनेक्शंस पता चल रहा है ना आपको कि ये फैक्टर इससे भी रिलेटेड है. अब जो एक कैटेगरी में फॉल किए हैं वो आपको रिलेटेड लग रहे हैं? एयर होस्टेस सुंदर है कि नहीं और फ्लायर फ्रीक्वेंसी कोई लेन देन है उनका, अगर आप वैसे देखो, बट इनके अंदर हिडन कनेक्शन है एक, राइट?
बट हर किसी के लिए तो नहीं होगा. मे बी हमने बहुत कम डेटा लिया है और ये बायसनेस भी तो हो सकती है ना.
सी, जब भी हम कुछ एनालिसिस करते हैं उसमें कुछ कुछ अनकंट्रोलेबल फैक्टर्स तो अटैच्ड होते ही हैं, उस बायसनेस का आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते। जब ये रिस्पोंडेंट्स सर्वे फिल करते हैं आप उनके रिस्पॉन्सेस को कंट्रोल कर सकते हो? You cannot. That is an uncontrollable factor we have in any study, right? Got it? Yes or no? Tell me. It is not extremely difficult to do, and at the same time, it is inexpensive and gives accurate results. These are the advantages. If you go for the disadvantages, the usefulness depends on researchers' ability to develop a complete and accurate set of product attributes. ये थोड़ा researchers पे भी depend करता है कि आप कैसे कर रहे हो. If important attributes are missed, the value of procedure is reduced accordingly. मतलब आपको survey के questions design करना आना चाहिए. Got it? Naming of the factors can be difficult. Multiple attributes can be highly correlated with no apparent reasons. अब समझ आया ये वाली बात कि ये related है, but इनको name करना थोड़ा difficult हो जाता है. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
It is observed if the observed variables are completely unrelated, the factor analysis is unable to produce meaningful pattern. अगर ऐसा हो कि इनमें कोई relation ही ना हो, फिर क्या करोगे? अगर ये आ ही नहीं रहा ठीक से निकल के, फिर कैसे करोगे? फैक्टर एनालिसिस अप्लाई हो पाएगा उस डेटा पे? बहुत बार पता है क्या होता है, ऐसा डेटा होता है कि 10 वेरिएबल्स होते हैं और यहाँ पे ये 8 कंपोनेंट दिखा देता है, तो इसका मतलब वो डेटा रिड्यूसेबल है ही नहीं. करेक्ट?
वो 8 के 8 स्टडी करने ही पड़ेंगे.
यस, जहां रिड्यूस हो पाएगा वहीं रिड्यूस करेगी टेक्निक. ऐसा नहीं है हर एक को ये 10 वेरिएबल से 3 पे ले आएगी. तो बहुत बार ये प्रॉब्लम होता है. क्या प्रॉब्लम होता है? इफ द ऑब्जर्व्ड वेरिएबल्स, मतलब जो आपके फैक्टर्स हैं, आर कंप्लीटली अनरिलेटेड, द फैक्टर एनालिसिस इज अनेबल टू प्रोड्यूस मीनिंगफुल पैटर्न. गॉट दिस पॉइंट?
मैम वो ये डेटा सेट पे डिपेंड करेगा ना.
Your voice is coming very low. Can you please be a bit louder?
मैम आई एम सेइंग ये तो मोर और लेस डेटा पे डिपेंड करेगा ना.
यस यस, डेटा पे डिपेंड करेगा. बहुत बार डेटा ऐसा होता है आप उसको रिड्यूस नहीं कर सकते. धक्के से थोड़े क्लब कर दोगे अगर क्लब नहीं हो रहा है, राइट?
एक क्वेश्चन हो रहा है मैम, जैसे सर्वे में क्वेश्चंस होते हैं कुछ यस और नो वाले, तो उस कैटेगरी में क्या करेगा ये?
देखो जो यस नो वाले क्वेश्चंस होते हैं उनमें खाली 2 रिस्पॉन्सेज होते हैं, इधर यस और नो.
राइट.
तो उसके लिए आप फैक्टर एनालिसिस यूज नहीं करोगे. अभी हम उस पे आएंगे.
अच्छा ठीक है.
अभी हम वो करेंगे, राइट?
ये मतलब जहाँ पे स्ट्रांगली एग्री डिसएग्री वाली चीजें होंगी तो ये वहाँ पे
होना चाहिए, ऑर्डिनल वैल्यूज होनी चाहिए, तब आप ये यूज करोगे. इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल टू. यस, गो अहेड.
मैम यू सेड इसकी एडवांटेज ये है कि मतलब हम एक बहुत ऐसा कैटेगरी फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं जो एक दूसरे से इंटर रिलेटेड है.
करेक्ट.
मतलब उसका बेनिफिट हम ये कह सकते हैं कि अगर हमने कैटेगरीज फाइंड आउट कर ली जो एक दूसरे से इंटर रिलेटेड है, तो अगर हम एक कैटेगरी पे काम कर रहे हैं, सिर्फ फूड पे काम कर रहे हैं, तो लोगों का कंफर्ट पे भी इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. मतलब अगर फूड अच्छा है तो लोग उससे भी हायर मार्क करेंगे.
हाँ, वो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर रिस्पॉन्सेज दे आर लुकिंग कनेक्टेड, रिलेटेड. गॉट इट? हम सिर्फ वेरिएबल जो फैक्टर्स हैं उनके नेम के हिसाब से उनको क्लब नहीं कर रहे कि आपको सेफ्टी और शेड्यूल एक जैसा लग रहा है. नो, वी आर नॉट डूइंग दैट. वी आर क्लबिंग द डेटा, वी आर रिड्यूसिंग द डेटा ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर रिस्पॉन्सेज. तो यही किया है हमने, रिस्पॉन्सेज का रिलेशन निकाला है दूसरे फैक्टर्स के साथ में और उसके बेसिस पे डेटा क्लब किया है. अब एक बार कॉम्युनिलिटीज की डेफिनेशन पढ़ोगे? व्हाट्स योर नेम?
I'm Yashika.
Can you read this? Communality is the amount of variance a variable shares with all other variables. A small value indicate variable that do not fit well, and high value indicates they fit well. कितनी आई थी? बस एक सेफ्टी की कम थी 0.146, बाकी सबकी 0.5 से ज्यादा थी. तो सेफ्टी का इंडिकेशन तो हमें यहीं पे मिल गया था, राइट? और उसमें क्या हुआ? हट गया. गॉट इट?
Yes.
So now if you talk about this one, it is not possible to know factors actually represents. Only theory can help to inform the researchers on this. ये हटा सकते हो आप. Understood? Are you able to understand two or advantage and disadvantages each?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Are you clear with this?
Yes, ma'am, clear with this.
Yeah. Yes. Before that, I would just like to add one more point. Guys, have you seen those surveys जहाँ पे आपको लगता है कि आपने पहला आंसर दिया और दो आंसर देने के बाद कुछ वो कॉन्ट्रडिक्टरी पूछ रहे हो आपसे? होता है ऐसा?
क्या पूछ रहे हैं मैम? दोबारा बता
यस
दें।
मैम, ऐसे होता
मतलब
है।
आपने पहले क्वेश्चन का आंसर किया, फिर दो और क्वेश्चन आंसर करने के बाद मतलब थर्ड या फोर्थ क्वेश्चन पे कुछ उसका कॉन्ट्रडिक्टरी लगता है।
यस मैम।
हाँ मैम।
वो इसीलिए होता है ताकि आपकी बायसनेस पकड़ी जा सके। अंडरस्टूड? मतलब आप, आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? बहुत बार ऐसे क्वेश्चन आते हैं जब हम सर्वे फिल करते हैं कि वो कॉन्ट्रडिक्टरी लगता है, लास्ट तक आपको अपनी खुद की स्टेटमेंट घुमानी पड़ती है। हैपेंस?
यस मैम।
तो समझ आया वो कैसे डिजाइन होते हैं? वो क्वेश्चंस को ऐसे कनेक्ट करके पूछते हैं। आई रिमेम्बर आई यूज्ड टू फिल सम सर्वेज व्हेन आई वाज वर्किंग इन कॉर्पोरेट, क्योंकि कॉर्पोरेट में बहुत फ्रीक्वेंटली सर्वेज होते हैं। आपके मैनेजर का फीडबैक लेना, पीयर्स का लेना बहुत फ्रीक्वेंटली होते हैं, कंपनी कैसा कर रही है। गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? तो उसमें क्या होता है कि बहुत जो लोग जिगजैग करके भरते हैं, अच्छा पहले में 1 भर दो, दूसरे में 2, उनका तो कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता। बट जो लोग जेन्युइनली फिल करके भरते हैं, आप कभी भी नोट करना, आपके क्वेश्चंस धीरे धीरे कॉन्ट्रडिक्ट करने लगते हैं द मोमेंट यू रीच टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ द सर्वे। अंडरस्टूड? मेरे साथ बहुत बार ऐसा भी हुआ है कि मैंने पहले फर्स्ट का आंसर कुछ और भरा था, बट फिर जब मैं 10th पे पहुंची तो मैंने आके अपने फर्स्ट का आंसर चेंज किया।
राइट मैम।
वो मैच नहीं कर रहा था, मतलब मेरी खुद की थॉट कॉन्ट्रडिक्ट कर रही थी, राइट? तो वो डिजाइन ही वैसे होते हैं। अंडरस्टैंडिंग माय पॉइंट?
यस मैम।